Hey, I'm Luke, welcome to Show of the Weekend. Ellen, are you alright?
Oh yeah, I'm fine, just working out my schedule.
What do you mean?
Well, Super Mario Odyssey and Wolfenstein 2 and Assassin's Creed Origins all came out on the same day, so I'm trying to work out how I'm going to be able to play all of them before the next big releases come out.
How's that working out for you?
Well, actually, turns out it's super easy if you don't eat or sleep. Oh, sorry, Wolfenstein calls. See you later, Mike.
Show of the weekend, show of the weekend, show of the weekend, show of the weekend, show of the weekend.
So many games, Ellen!
Yes!
Such a huge, enormous volume of games rushing at us like a deadly tide of entertainment that we shouldn't really be complaining about now that I think about it.
Wow.
It's good. I'm asking some big questions now about our attitude.
Yeah.
I've been playing one of those big games you mentioned.
Have you?
Yes, guess which one? Let me give you a clue. I'll be your one-up girl. Du-du-du-du-du. So let's jump up super high, high up in the sky. Super Mario Odyssey. Yeah, I have.
That's what it was.
That's what it is. I was lucky enough to get hold of a copy before the release date, and I've been playing it more or less non-stop. I've actually finished it. I have not completed it, not anywhere near, but I have finished the main actual story thing.
Yeah.
It has just been one of the most generally joyful gaming experiences, I have to say. There's nothing in the sort of like pantheon of gaming stuff that's quite like a Mario 3D game, because it's more like playing a sketch show or like a series of vignettes, because everything you do in every world is so different.
Yeah.
Nothing takes more than like a minute or 2 minutes, and it's like, oh, for 1 or 2 minutes, like throw hats and turn these things into clouds and try and get to the top of this thing. It's like, oh, you've done that. Now move these letters around. Now you have to take control of this chain jump and do this. And it's absolutely to the game's credit that you can play it all the way through and basically never do the same thing twice. There's also been quite a lot of bits where I've just burst out laughing. There's one bit that I cannot wait to show you where you're in this snowy kingdom. You have to do this race while you've taken control of one of these sort of like rotund like seal creature things. That live in that world. The way that they like move around is by rolling, and you can like basically press B to flail, and then they sort of throw their arms and legs like that and go like off in a crazy direction.
When you're done with Mario Odyssey, you should play the Evil Within 2. It's like the exact opposite game.
Yeah,
It's
relentless.
mostly about despair.
I mean, I'm trying to not give anything away about Mario Odyssey as little as I can. How do you know it doesn't turn into a bleak slog through an existential crisis?
Through all of Mario's guilt and shame.
I basically want to move to New Donk City. I've spent more time in that world, and I know that you've played a little bit of that as well. It's so much fun to just beetle around in it. It's really nice taking control of a moped and driving around and hopping that. It's probably the world that I think lets the game's jumping mechanics shine the most. The whole game is kind of a love letter to older Mario games. It's very, very self-referential, and that's most on display in New Donk City.
Yeah.
Because it's where Donk Minute.
I'm an Englishman
In New Donk.
You know how people from New York are like New Yorkers?
Yeah,
New Donkers.
you bet.
Yeah, I'm a New Donker.
Yeah, New Donker,
Donker.
born and raised.
Live
Yeah.
in this crazy city of New Donk.
Yeah, across the bridge to Williams Donk. The mayor of New Donk City is Pauline, who is really cool, and she's the one who sings the song.
The song.
The song. There's graffiti on walls that's like art from the first Donkey Kong arcade cabinets. And if you're a Mario fan, then you can basically just spend all your time just like looking at that stuff. They've put in some of the really unflattering original Mario art as well, where his face is like a lumpen like water balloon that's been left in the sun or something, and he's like,
So it doesn't look 25.
oh no, he doesn't look 25.
Is there any politically seditious graffiti about Peach?
Actually, there isn't, but I kind of wish the game would get more into the politics of like, you know, how much power exactly does
Rules with an iron fist. list.
I think so, yeah. Everyone in New Donk City loves Pauline. So if anyone is in a good position to stage a coup, it's her. You walk around and they're like, we're so happy that the mayor fixed everything. The mayor is so great. Like, she is totally lining up
For the Pauline uprising.
Yeah, for like a serious military coup. And then the guillotining.
Not everything is Les Mis.
Everything is like this. I've played a lot of the way through the game. There's still a lot more to do. The game is suggesting that there's more like worlds even to visit, even though I've like kind of completed it. So it's definitely in that Mario tradition of the game really begins once you've like finished the main story. It's just that from that point, the game is like doing very, very difficult bits of platforming 100 times to get every last like little...
Get all the stars.
Yeah, to get every moon. There's only one thing that I don't really like. Do you remember before when we were talking about the game and I said the only thing I'm a little bit worried about is the whole like Bowser kidnapping Peach thing? You know, on this channel we root for Peach. Peach is the boss. It is old-fashioned. It is an old-fashioned conceit. The like, you know, the like girlfriend being kidnapped thing.
Yeah.
I feel like we're over that. Mario Odyssey, not quite over that.
We're not getting a Zelda where you kind of save her, but then she's also a badass because she's part of the Triforce.
Yeah, and you know, actually, that it's interesting that you mentioned Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
And that's the game I think it's going to be compared to because it's come out because you know it's ages. You have to wait ages for a new Mario game. You have to wait ages for a new Zelda game, and they've come out really, really close to each other.
Yeah.
And Breath of the Wild is. It's a completely radical reimagining of the Zelda game. Mario Odyssey is not a completely radical reimagining of a Mario game.
You've got a bit of difference with the hat, you've got some new mechanics, but otherwise it is at its core, it's a Mario game.
It's very different. You're not going to feel like, oh, I've played this exact game before, and it's one of the most different Mario games, but it's not as different as Breath of the Wild is to previous Zelda games. It's not nearly as radical. It's a long time since I played a game like a Mario platformers because they really are just like a pure distilled. Like it's all in the controller. It's like here is just the greatest game you will ever experience playing in terms of like how it feels, and they really, really concentrate on that, and they really, really concentrate on giving you lots of different experiences and lots of different fun ways to jump. And they absolutely nail that. So I'm really, really interested to see what people think of it, and I'm really interested to see what people think of it compared to Breath of the Wild. I think it's going to be really interesting. But I have absolutely loved it, and I can't wait to show you the bouncy, the bouncy snowfolk.
The seals, because they are the doggos of the sea.
Yes, they are. They are the sea, land, shark mammals of the ocean. Now, quick, let's move on to the quiz before anyone can think about that. This is Assassin's Creed Origins. Quiz time.
Your legend, assassin, is spreading. The corners of this world speak of a man who fights without being seen. Who goes where the gods forbid.
The wait is over. A new Assassin's Creed game is here. It is called Origins. It takes us back to ancient Egypt. We're going to find out even more about it. I mean, we're actually probably going to learn less about it because we're just going to ask Ellen some stupid Assassin's Creed questions. But in a way, isn't that the point? No. First up. Yeah, exactly. You cannot just pursue one thing. You have to be a student of the world. It's a broad church, guys. Come on, get on board.
Where's David Tennant?
For God's sake.
It's a good joke.
It was a joke. It was certainly a joke. It was a good joke. Assassin's Creed Origins, as they're calling it, takes the series back to very early human civilization to explore how the Assassins Brotherhood came to be formed, in its earliest incarnation so far. But Ellen, seeing as nothing's set in stone yet in this early time, what kind of brotherhood would you form, if not one of assassins?
There's quite a few things set in stone. The pyramids. They've already been around for a while.
Limestone's a very soft stone. Ellen, what would your brotherhood be?
So, like, you're asking me to start a brotherhood?
I'm asking you to start a secret brotherhood society of something other than assassins.
Other than assassins?
Yeah.
Okay. You know how people have been joking about the fact that when I've been playing it, the last time I played it, I was very excited about the cat petting mechanic.
Yeah.
In the comment section last week, they joked that Actually, I was starting a secret cat cult.
What if Ellen's Bayek just petted so many cats so fervently that a belief system sprung from it?
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to say.
Anyway...
No, you're the leader of a cat cult. Shut up.
Ah, so that's your brotherhood.
Yeah,
The cat cult.
Assassin's Creed.
I mean,
Assassin's Cat.
bearing in mind
Brotherhood.
that people you talk to would never have heard of the Assassin's Creed, I think
yeah.
they'd be confused by the name A Cattin's Creed.
No, it would be a secret society that lets people know.
Cat fanciers.
I wouldn't put it like that.
I mean, that is the technical term. That's not the term we'll use. Cat fans.
Cat fans.
Cat fans. A place for cat fans to come and talk about cats.
Talk about cats. And like share information on where the friendly neighborhood cats. Like if you can't have a I can't have a cat because I live with someone who's allergic, so I have to rely on random cats in the street.
That's sad. Makes me
to
sad.
be like, hi, be my friend.
Do the cats give you a pitying look?
And they're like, you okay? Well, I mean, at one point, my Instagram was 90% cats I met in the street.
Random cats.
And share information with each other of like, hey, there's a really nice cat there. If
Cool.
you want to go say hi.
So like
Maybe
the
do,
Aristocats, they have like a sort of network of alley
Yeah.
cats. Okay, all right, okay.
Start
Yeah.
a yak cult.
Yeah, yes. Put all the yaks in a vat, wait for it to turn into a yogurt. Might be waiting a while.
Yaks and then they...
Just milk the yaks.
Yeah. I don't know what you call that yogurt. You need Sorry, Ellen. Carry on.
No, I can't think of one. All right, so secret cat cults. The Assassin's Creed is nothing is true, everything is permitted.
Where other men blindly follow the truth, remember,
Nothing is true.
where other men are limited by morality or law, remember,
Everything is permitted.
What would the cat creed be?
Wait, hang on.
Everything is permitted.
I'm trying to think of a good fun.
Well, you took too long.
No, that's the only one I can think of. Yeah, nothing is new, everything is permitted. Thanks, Andy.
Ellen, one of the tenets of the creed is hide in plain sight, be one with the crowd. You'll be familiar with this from playing many Assassin's Creed games, which ask you to blend in seamlessly that you might better quietly approach your target before giving him the old shank spine. They say that, but the assassins are clearly the most conspicuous people in town. They're
Yeah,
like,
but they started off dressing like that because monks.
well, it made sense when they're hiding amongst monks. Hide amongst. But it didn't it no longer made sense when there aren't any monks around. It doesn't make sense in like Victorian London. I'm just saying,
Does it look cool?
they look really cool, but they don't blend in, do they?
Hope you weren't fond of keeping all your
I'm just saying. I'm sure they've got a system. One of the tenets of the creed is hide in plain sight, be one with the crowd. Ellen, how do you blend in when you don't want to be seen?
It's quite easy. I just walk into any crowd because I'm short.
I see.
And it's become harder with the blue hair, so maybe put my hood up or something, or tie my hair up in a bun so the blue isn't as obvious. I basically just like, look, there's lots of tall people, I'm just gonna walk over there and hide amongst the tall people.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it. Protection from CCTV.
Yeah.
Ellen,
Yes.
most assassins' hidden blades are in their wrists. Do that mime again. And now the killing. Whoa, right in the... Crit.
Crit, crit, crit. Oh wait, I'm an assassin, I've got to be quiet. Crit.
I mean, the quiet did not say it's tall. It's not an option. Ellen, seeing as enemies are now expecting the wrist blade, where would you hide a blade in your assassin's order or in your cat appreciation order? Doesn't have to be on your person.
Put it in a cat. Little blade pops out the cat and you throw the cat.
Oh, give it belly rubs.
Yeah, exactly. The cat rolls over, revealing its belly, going... You go in for a... Aww, and then... I mean, all you'd do is hurt the hand. Maybe the cat could be like, why not nuzzle this with your face? Is that a good idea? I'm getting good idea vibes.
Well,
That's how a cat always...
that was official. I was never expecting.
Yeah, a cat always lands on its feet. So
Yeah.
if it came out of the
Just
middle,
all
you could
of
just throw
it.
a cat off a balcony.
Yeah.
And it would like pivot in midair and like straight on top of the head.
And the cat could have...
That's for killing. Push yourself off.
Or maybe just like tie a knife to its tail. Yeah, yeah.
Lots of tiny mini blades coming out between their toe beams.
Yeah.
They'll think, oh, he's got rather sharp claws. And then like,
And then
Meow! Ellen sends her regards.
in pace, in perche.
in perch.
The cat just doing that thing on your eyelid.
With his little toe beams.
Yeah. Ellen, Assassin's Creed Origins will introduce Discovery Tour. Not at launch, but 2018. An educational mode with no objectives that lets you wander around and take guided history tours in-game, which is pretty damn cool. I think we would all agree. Ellen, this is a two-part question. Firstly, what extra mode would you like in Assassin's Creed Origins? I'll let you answer that first.
Oh, play as a cat.
Are we noticing a theme?
What, you got
That would be actually pretty good.
I got to do that in GTA 5.
Be a cat. Yeah.
You kind of have that. There's a bit where you can eat something and it's all hallucinogenic, and then Michael's a cat and it's adorable. He's like, oh, this is great. I'm a cat.
I'm a cat.
Am I a cat? I am. I'm a cat. I am a cat. Oh, this is amazing.
You kind of get to play as Senu because she is your eyes.
Yeah.
So, you know, you've already got that. It just would be quite fun to have, like, solve some of the tomb puzzles, but as a cat.
Maybe just like not just a cat, but all the animals. Maybe like an animal mode, because there's so many. There's so much wildlife in Origins, right?
completely. Like,
Be a hippo.
Yeah, like go around, like you kind
Hippo
of
assassin.
kill a certain number of the order, as they're called in this, as a hippo or a crocodile.
Just
Or
step on them.
there is actually, though, I'm really looking forward to unlocking it. There's the ability in the game to like tame animals. I was looking at the skill tree.
What?
So it's going to be a bit like in Far Cry Primal, where you tag someone and set a lion on them.
Nice.
But I would like to like be the lion.
Be the lion.
Have.
I'd like to be a crocodile, because the swimming looks really nice in the game. Just to be underwater.
The swimming is actually really nice.
I like the way crocodiles move until they,
They're like-
you know,
like that.
until they
Because
attack.
They have they leave their arms behind them.
Yeah, they
It's
do.
really good.
Have you ever tried swimming like that? With your arms just loose? Doesn't work. I've tried it, so you don't have to. Doesn't work. Drank a lot of pool water that day. And the second part of this question, Ellen, is what other game would you like an educational tour mode added to?
Oh, like kind of retroactively going back to like Assassin's Creed Syndicate, the developers have been like, this is something that we've wanted to put in an Assassin's Creed game for ages.
Well, they pour all the research in, don't they? And then
Oh, God,
like
if you
none of
go
that
around,
comes,
like,
hardly
you-
any of it comes through.
You go to a new area and then you get a thing saying press select and we'll tell you all about this building that you've just seen. You're like, why do I want to sit and read text? But you know, like, but the thing is, it's that immersion and
Yeah,
it's
no,
that
you're right,
experience
you're right,
of it. It was like, well, I can read about that in a different
Could be
book.
Wikipedia, yeah,
And
yeah.
I tended to read them because it was like Sean Hastings being all sarky about them sometimes as well, which was quite funny, which I enjoyed. But I think that the discovery mode is more accessible. So like having a walking tour of Italy and London and like all the other settings, and you know, I think that would be quite cool because they have made the areas. Having grown up in London, Syndicate did a very good job of making London look pretty good and fairly geographically correct.
Yep.
Yeah, those games, and also there must be like another really cool game that I think.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
I would say Red Dead Redemption, because here's my
About the
yeah.
cowboys.
I know. Cowboy. No, I think the reason that would be cool is because Rockstar do loads of research when they make their games, but what you get is not like an accurate area of
they kind of
of the Old West. It's a sort of slightly shrunk down thing, or like they do that in GTA as well, don't they? Like it's not actually LA and it's not actually New York, Liberty City. It's just so
very similar.
yeah. But there are a lot of buildings even,
Yeah.
and a lot of streets, and the geography is all very much the same.
Because I've been like in LA. The first time I ever went over to LA for E3 last year, and I was like, I've been here before. Like it's amazing how accurate some of those bits are.
I think it's amazing how they shrink it down as well. I think that
Yeah.
must be an incredibly hard job to like choose.
Yeah.
They basically, I think they choose like one street for every 10 actual streets or
Yeah.
something. Like these streets are just filler streets in real life. Like this is the real one. We'll do this one or something. It's really clever.
Yeah.
But I think if you could drive around in GTA or go around in Red Dead and sort of press a button to see like what was this based on,
Yeah,
that would be cool.
I think those would be good. I think retroactively do all the Assassin's Creed games, please.
Okay, so we want an educational mode in the Assassin's Creed games, and in the Rockstar open world games. But more importantly, we want cat mode in Origins. Would that be a fair assessment?
Well, animal mode.
Animal mode.
Like basically, I
Be the hippo.
also want to be a hippo. I want to be a flamingo.
Sure. That'd be sweet. If you're a hippo, you could just like walk up to unsuspecting Egyptians, because they see hippos all the time.
They're terrified of them though.
You'd have a harder time blending in with the crowd, I think. Yeah, put a hood on it. And then just go up to the Templar or whatever and just be like, bonk, crushed to death. And everyone be like, oh no, a hippo crushed him. Oh, that's a shame. No one could have seen that coming. Meanwhile, you...
Have it on a cliff and then have it do like an assassin jump.
The eagle dive. It's the way, yeah. Yeah. It's like hippo-shaped hole in the Earth's crust.
Pain is like flying around.
It's a gigantic crater.
I'm trying to do like the proper like assassin kill from above. The kill.
Oh
from
yeah,
death
death from above.
Like...
Just a hippo rolling off a ledge. Hippo fell on him, man.
What a way to go.
All of our powerful politicians are getting hippos fall on them. Man, weird times. Anyway, as far as we know, there's no hippo brotherhood, so no action to be taken. Okay, well, I think we've understood Assassin's Creed better than Ubisoft and its team of developers ever really did, because we were the ones who thought of hippo kills. So, well done us. If you want to hire us, we might have more ideas for the next Assassin's Creed games. They will just all be killing things with the animals. Right, Ellen, well done in the quiz.
Thanks.
I liked your answers.
Thanks.
I will totally join up your Brotherhood of Cats.
Yeah.
All right, now let's find out what you guys have been saying in the comments. Hippo roll. Last week, we looked at some of the parties and games you wish you could have got out of.
No one wants to be at a party where they get called a witch, burnt with a cigarette, or dragged away and locked in the cupboard under the stairs, because I guess David Cage was watching Harry Potter when he wrote this.
I'm begging you, please let me out!
But you're not in there forever, with Aiden giving you the option to get some sweet revenge.
I'm not staying here.
Emma Craig thought that we didn't go far enough in one case. In Beyond Two Souls, in the party, you can also set the house on fire. Serves them right for not liking good music and being mean to Ellen Page.
Brings a much more literal meaning to the song Burning Down the House.
Well, as Emma said, that's what you get for picking on Ellen Page. She's great. I mean, you can't spell excellent without Ellen.
Are you just saying that because you're also called Ellen?
No, elsewhere on the channel. We had our own much more fun little party in a video thanking you lot for an entire year of support. Today is Xtra's first birthday.
What? Good grief.
Yay.
Heavens
we've been
to
doing
Betsy.
This for a whole year. Feels longer. Feels so much longer.
Doing this for a whole year. You lot said some very lovely things in response, including Legal Variety, who said, I think this is the only channel I've been with since the beginning, and it doesn't feel like it's been a year. Will forever treasure this in my heart. Isn't it just? Also, By Felicia said, 1 year ago I came for curiosity. I stayed for the giggles and also the flamingos. Looking forward to another year and then some.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yes, Ellen, but there's more. Kimmy Pillay writes, I don't want to think of a world without Outside Xtra. It has been an amazing year. To many more years, guys.
Hang on. I'm noticing a theme here. They want us to keep making videos. We'll never get out of the video mines, Luke.
Don't worry, Ellen. I figured out an escape route. See, it all begins here and then...
Don't worry, guys. Small thing. I found a unstable tunnel leading out of the offices. But don't worry. It's all been filled in, covered over with concrete. So not a problem anymore.
Elsewhere on the channel. I talked through some of the things you need to know about Battlefront II's Empire-sided protagonist, Aiden Versio. Aiden's story will explore what happens to the Empire when its leaders are killed and its greatest weapon obliterated.
Destruction is the true face of the rebellion. It's the reason we've been fighting so long.
We tried to make them afraid, we only made them angry.
And in those extreme times, expect Aiden's loyalties to get stretched pretty thin pretty fast.
A few viewers were concerned with the possibility of Aiden possibly switching sides by the end of the game, including DWH Gaming, who said, Am I the only person hoping we don't get another bad guy turns good story? It would make a change for a Star Wars game to stay with the Empire.
That's an interesting take, but we already had an awful trilogy of films about the good guy going bad.
Yeah, it was coarse, irritating, it got everywhere.
Finally. In Show of the Weekend, Ellen quizzed me on Super Mario Odyssey, and we ended up starting an impromptu puppet show.
I've killed Luke.
This is all we're doing now. Next week's Show of the Weekend is going to be a puppet show. Hang on, if we get behind the sofa, we can... Hello!
Oh, I'm convinced.
Jessica Mochizuki saw an excellent idea for the channel, saying, "We need Puppet Show of the Weekend, hosted by Orca and Kippers."
I think it would be a smashing idea.
Oh, Luke, that's so cool.
Luke had to go out. I'm Smash the Blue Whale.
Okay, Luke, I think you're a little bit too into this whole puppet thing.
Puppet, I'm a whale.
Luke.
Oh, you're no fun. Come on, Smash, let's go somewhere where we're appreciated.
Oh, man, I wanted to start this bit off camera.
What? Why?
Well, you know how I like to make an entrance.
Hey, Luke.
Hey,
you know
Yellen.
how we played Kingdoms of Amalur?
Yeah.
And how you now... No, totally love it. Sorry. Fluff that. Hey, Luke.
Hey, Yellen.
You know how we played Kings of Amalur? Hey, Luke.
Oh, sorry.
So unprofessional. I mean, I'm trying so hard here, guys.
Clearly professional.
So, nearly at the end of the show.
Yeah, and I'd say we've just about held it together.
Luke, I'm sorry, but I am the model of professional calm.
A Flamingos game, what would that even be about? Like, a job gone bad sees the Flamingos officially disbanded, scattered to the four corners of the earth, until a blast from the past brings them back together for one last stop. No authority, no resources, no fear.
Sorry, I'm fine.
Damn it, Ellen.
Sorry.
That's all right, it's fine.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. But admit it, most of the time we are a perfectly synchronized presenting machine. 3, 2, 1. Xenomorphs typing rental agreement.
1, 2, 3.
Xenomorphs
X-ray turtles
typing
ride
rental
again. Okay, Ellen, good outro on 3. 1, 2, 3. That was Show of the Week. No, that you just went into the jingle. That's at the beginning of the show.
I'm sorry.
Right, no more talking
practice.
in sync. Yes, a lot of practice. We go now back to the video minds, I think. Yep, on a chalkboard.
Oh, damn it.
Writing on a chalkboard in synchronization. This is the end of the show, guys. But don't panic. I should have said that first. Don't panic, but it's the end of the show. But there's lots more Show of the Weekend to watch.
Yes.
If you enjoyed this, it's all in a big playlist. We're making it for over a year now, unbelievably. So yeah, thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed this, then what can people do, Ellen?
You can subscribe.
Yeah, that's
if you
for one thing.
Watch lots of things from us in future and have YouTube tell you about it.
Yeah.
And then also, you should give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and chat down in the comments below. Because hey, you might be in the comment section next week on other things and all kinds of videos. And go check out all of our other videos as well. Like the games we've been talking about today, we've already made loads of videos about those, which we can tell you all about.
Yes, we have. So there's lots more to watch. But for now, it's goodbye from me
and
and from Ellen. That's goodbye from Smash. Smash wave with your tail.